Okay, and I am back again. Sorry again for that. Let me make sure everything's working again.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Okay, now I'm back. Sorry for a cutout again. Hopefully I can get through this again with no problem, because that was I need to check to see quickly check and see how long I've been going for, because make it hard for me to keep track. Okay, so that was only 16 minutes. Hopefully we do not have any more incidents where it cuts out. Luckily there's only one enemy to take out.
My flame has been extinguished. Terra smash! Quake!
And I think that, oh, you gotta be kidding me, really?
Terra smash! Terra smash!
It cut out again.
Spirit Blade, attack! This feels
Unfortunately.
of the exorcists.
Leave my space. The stars are fading.
Something's really got to be done about the cutting out, because I get to, that's the third time it's done this, and it has to be OBS because I don't know why I'm having these problems. I'll try to use the flower bombs this time around. And because of that, I'm gonna take damage.
You will pay for that. Where did I go wrong?
One with my blade.
That seems to be the last of them.
A touch of frost.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on up. Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Okay, that takes care of that. Hopefully I can get through this with no more problems.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition.
Oh,
Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
May the Lord of Geo protect you and fortune find you.
wondering if I can get any wishes.
Geo protect you and fortune find you.
Go over and heal. Okay, maybe now I can accept the quest. What does that mean? Okay, That must be why.
Evil be a...
That must be why, because I have another quest requires. So I guess if I do these, then it could continue. Which names do I need to be looking for?
Exorcism uses thaumaturgy and martial arts to conquer evil. There are other means to the same end, but they are not the true way.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Okay. From they. All right. I did go Fair and Commerce Guild to request that a picture be taken of me here. How is it? Has the picture been printed already? Let me have a look at it. Oh, this is not bad at all. Thank you for making the trip here. Oh, what's the matter? Camera, oh yes, I did go a few days ago, asked them to come here to take a picture of me. Did you come here specifically to deliver the picture? Why, thank you very much.
What should I try this time?
Oh my, how? May the fair... Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry for troubling you, but we're barely keeping our heads above the water here. Yes, please take this camera as thanks for your help. It's no problem. I mean, you did help us, didn't you? This is not a singularly expensive object either. It's just a sample that our partners in Fontaine gave us. There are some differences between it and the official model, but the basic functions are all there. I'll definitely it'll definitely be enough for your needs. If you take a liking to it, you can also help us with some advertising here, there. Regardless, thank you for your help. Please take this camera with you. Now that that's done, I think after I talk to her, I think that might be probably maybe a good place to stop since I've been having all these cutouts, but I'm gonna try and see how long I've gone, and maybe I'll go a little longer.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House. Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Well, at least his child shows up to pay, so we don't have to for once.
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, There's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because he'll just use it all.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Let me just check. Quick. Let me just see here. I don't know if I've gone like for 3 hours or not. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I can go a tiny bit longer. It's hard to tell when the thing gets broken up into so many pieces. Hard for me to keep track.
What should I try this time?
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Eh? That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Nah, never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
A most fair price.
Let's see. No, go higher, or I'm not doing this. Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Got him to lower the price.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
How can you never heard of me?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
That's too little. Hardly a fair price. That's too little. Hey, that's a good price. Anyone would work for this much, Mora.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make 2 trips rather than 1? How about this? Let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and get me a single Chinkson flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child fellow. How does that sound?
Guess we've got no choice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare, and I have no idea where I'd find them. With this Chinkson flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Hey there.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming!
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
Signora, if you mean the woman that attacked Venti, a lot, cause stole something that was very important to Venti, and she just took it, and not to mention when it comes to the villains who just waltz right in and steal, I can't stand them. And, I mean, when it comes to video games, I'm always up for taking down the bad guy. Like, for example, when I went and there was a mission where I had to go up against Darth Malgus in Star Wars Old Republic, and I was playing as a Jedi Knight. And for what he had done to the Jedi Temple, I wasn't gonna let him get away. But I think this right now would be a good time. Just would be a good place to stop. because I think I've gone about 3 hours or close. So let me just do this achievement right here, and I'll send this over to the chat, and I'll find somebody for us to raid. Let me just, thanks for the heads up. I think I will. I'm definitely, no doubt, going to enjoy those scenes because I do enjoy cutscenes. Now let me just exit that and get the raid message set up. Oh. There. Let's see who's on. Not a whole lot on right now, but need to see. I think we will raid Barry the Bugbear. He's currently playing Elden Ring, so that's who we're gonna raid. And there's the raid message. Okay. I think today, even though we had a bunch of crashes on it, I think today went really well. We got through a lot in the story today, and I really enjoyed this part of the story. It's getting really good. But I'll continue if I can, and if I have the data, because my data is limited, is pretty low. I will continue it next Sunday if I have the data. Otherwise, I'll have to wait until my data resets to continue it. But I hope you all enjoy time here. I do apologize again for the glitches where it caused the stream to cut out, but I don't know what is the problem. I thought it might have been OBS because of the update, but even using a previous version of OBS, I'm still having the problem. I don't. Maybe it's just maybe a string of bad luck. But anyway, I'm trying to figure what's causing the problem, and also tomorrow I'm gonna continue working on my new model, and also I'm working on a rendered teaser for the model, so be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I'll have time to work on that. But anyways, I'm gonna say good night, afternoon, evening, whatever it is in your time zone, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and good night.